in a quiet, picturesque town nestled in the rolling hills of Vermont, there lived a devoted couple named Nathan and Caroline. Their lives were simple, yet filled with love. Nathan worked long hours tending the fields, while Caroline kept their small home warm and inviting. Though they didn't have much in terms of material wealth, they believed their love was enough. However, their neighbor, Mr. Harrison, thought otherwise. Harrison was the wealthiest man in town, owning the grandest estate and the most luxurious possessions. He was charming and persuasive, with a penchant for meddling in other people's lives. Harrison had always admired Caroline's beauty and was convinced she deserved more than what Nathan could provide. One sunny afternoon, while Nathan was working in the fields, Harrison strolled over to their modest home. Caroline was outside, hanging freshly washed linens to dry. "Good afternoon, Caroline." Harrison greeted her with a warm smile. "You know, a woman as graceful as you shouldn't be living such a humble life. Don't you think you deserve finer things?" Caroline looked up, surprised. "I'm content, Mr. Harrison. Nathan and I have all that we need." Harrison chuckled softly. "Contentment is fine, but love should come with proof. If Nathan truly loves you, why hasn't he showered you with the luxuries you deserve? Look at this." He opened a small velvet box, revealing a dazzling diamond necklace. "You could have this, and so much more." Caroline's cheeks flushed, and she turned away. "Thank you, Mr. Harrison, but love isn't measured in diamonds." Yet Harrison's words lingered in her mind. Over the following days, he continued his visits, each time bringing gifts and making subtle remarks. Slowly, doubts began to creep into Caroline's heart. One evening, as Nathan returned home, weary from a long day's work, Caroline hesitated but finally spoke. "Nathan, why don't you ever buy me nice things? Don't you love me?" Nathan was taken aback. "Caroline, I love you more than words can say. You don't need diamonds or silk to prove that." "But if you truly love me," she pressed, "why can't you show it?" Nathan's heart ached. Determined to make Caroline happy, he sold his prized tools to buy her a beautiful silk dress. When he presented it to her, she smiled for the first time in days. "Thank you, Nathan," she whispered, embracing him. "Now, I see your love." But Harrison wasn't finished. Seeing Caroline in her new dress only spurred him on. The next day, he returned with an opulent bracelet, gleaming with sapphires. "A man's love should make miracles happen," he declared. "Can Nathan do that?" Caroline's doubts deepened. That night, she confronted Nathan again. "Harrison says true love can perform miracles, and why can't you do that for me?" Nathan's sorrow turned to resolve. He knelt by his bed and prayed fervently. "Lord, guide me. Show me how to save my marriage." The next morning, while working in the field, Nathan encountered a mysterious old man. The man seemed otherworldly, with a calm yet powerful presence. "You look troubled, son," the man said. Nathan poured out his heart, explaining his predicament. The old man nodded thoughtfully and handed Nathan 2 wooden sticks. "Touch someone with this first stick, and they will transform into a donkey. The second stick will return them to their true form. Use them wisely." Nathan returned home with a newfound determination. That evening, he told Caroline, "Tomorrow, I will show you a miracle." When Harrison arrived the next day, smug as ever, Nathan stepped forward. "Harrison, you've spoken much about love and miracles. Let me show you one." Before Harrison could react, Nathan tapped him with the first stick. In an instant, Harrison transformed into a donkey. Caroline gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. "Nathan, what have you done?" "This is a miracle," Nathan said calmly. "And now, I'll show you the power of love." He used the second stick, and Harrison returned to his human form, disoriented and humiliated. Nathan turned to Caroline. "Love isn't about gifts or miracles. It's about trust, respect, and staying true to each other." Caroline's eyes filled with tears. "Oh, Nathan, I'm so sorry. I let someone else's words cloud my heart." Nathan embraced her. "Our love doesn't need proving. It's already the greatest miracle." As the seasons turned, Nathan and Caroline's lives became brighter, their bond stronger. Caroline, humbled by the events, realized that love's true treasures were trust and shared dreams, not material possessions. Nathan, now more prosperous from his work in the fields, found joy in seeing his wife's radiant smile each day. But what became of Mr. Harrison? One crisp autumn morning, as Nathan was walking through town, he encountered Harrison in the marketplace. The once proud man was now quiet and modest, his demeanor transformed. "Nathan," Harrison said, lowering his gaze, "I owe you an apology. I let envy blind me to what truly matters. Watching the love you and Caroline share, it taught me a lesson I'll never forget." Nathan paused, seeing genuine remorse in Harrison's eyes. "It's not too late to find your own happiness," he replied. "But remember, love isn't about taking. It's about giving, even when it costs you everything." Harrison nodded solemnly and walked away, a man forever changed by his folly. Nathan returned home that evening to find Caroline preparing a special dinner. She met him at the door, her face glowing with joy. "I thought we could celebrate," she said. "Celebrate what?" Nathan asked, his curiosity piqued. "Us," she replied simply, "and the miracle of what we've built together." The two shared a quiet meal, their laughter echoing through the cozy house. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of gold and crimson, Nathan realized that the greatest miracle wasn't in the sticks or the wealth he had gained. It was in the love that had weathered doubt and temptation, emerging unshakable and eternal.